Fresno County and the Fresno area here in the Central Valley. And we have a young population with inadequate resources to enforce laws such as laws that prohibit sales to minors. It's not that difficult for a young person under 18 to find a store, a retailer, where they can buy tobacco. I think the more retail outlets we have, especially if there's no prohibition from setting up a tobacco retail location close to a school, for example, or a sensitive community, increases the access points for the vulnerable populations to get tobacco. And so I think that's one of the great challenges we have in the Central Valley, trying to find ways to enforce the current law that prohibits sale to minors. I would have to say it's a significant challenge. There's been some surveys conducted here in the Fresno area that show that anywhere from 15 to 30% of retailers are willing to sell tobacco to kids under the age of 18. Vulnerable populations include people who have low income, and again, we have a high rate of poverty here in the Central Valley. And so these two populations are typically targeted by the tobacco industry, and having more retail sites selling tobacco in these communities increases the likelihood that someone, a young adult or a kid who hasn't smoked cigarettes, used tobacco, will have a greater likelihood that they are going to start using tobacco because it's more convenient to them with having more retail sites. The other thing is that some of these retailers do participate in programs where they can reduce the price of a pack of cigarettes, and that is more appealing to someone who has low income, who may be struggling to quit smoking or may have quit smoking and is trying to stay off cigarettes. The low prices that some of the retailers offer to our vulnerable population make it that much harder for someone to stay off cigarettes.
There's one view. Now, we want to hear your perspective. Join the conversation right now at facebook.com/fight tobacco and get more information at cdph.ca.gov/program/tobacco.